Your life.
Okay, we are live. Um, let's just wait for the notification to come up.
Edit button. Heading level 2. Edit. Heading level 2. Welcome to live chat. Amendment link. Run more. Say something. Edit text. Add reaction button. Say something. Werewolf Van Riley 7. Say something. Say something. Edit text.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait to see if there's anybody that'll show up, and then we'll get started with the actual purpose of the stream. Should I stage this event? Probably.
React. Say something. Edit text. Say Werewolf Van Riley 7. Welcome to live chat. Amendment link. Run. Say something. Edit text. Say something. Edit. Say Werewolf Van Riley 7. Link. Run more. Say something. Edit text. Add reaction button. Group. Say something. Edit text. Application chooser. Notice Discord Pro. Copy it. Back fine. Safari. Safari. Have your ever face with I have your ever face with hot sheet eye. Red sidebar table. Vertical side toolbar. Secure site. HTTP. Selection replace. YouTube. HTTP. YouTube web. YouTube. 3. Skip navigation. 90%. End of search. 90% loaded.
Oh,
Reload
come
page.
on.
Safari is not responding. Search text field. Search. Search. Notifications button. Notification. Link. Werewolf Van Riley 7 is live. Nemesis. Safari is not responding.
What?
Safari is not responding. Pause. Heading level 1. Nemesis factor solution stream. 1 bullet start. Like this video. Bullet 1 watching now. Bullet start. 0. Dislike. Share. Share button. Share button. Cancel. Hit list button. H copy button. HTTP.
Copy that.
Application chooser. Noted Chrome. Safari. Copy it. Discord. Painting. Discord window. Out of painting. Web painting. Click heading 2 clear color to begin. Out of painting. Painting. Heading 2 search for 2 heading close. Selected close. Heading 2 search cheap noise image. Search 2 heading level close. Selected button. Run more painting. Web content. Out of painting. Web painting. Table. In table. Home and YouTube community school servers. Separate painting. Select set table. And use adventure begins. Invite channel. List channel events. Edit channel. Link image. Announcements. Announcement channel. 3 of 30. Message number announcement. Muted.
Alright,
Speech unmuted.
let's try that again.
Message number announcements. List box pop up. Edit text. Insert net. Speech muted. Speech unmuted. Hey. Door number. Recently coded door number 2143. At everyone notify everyone who has permissions of their own. In. New line. Section of new line. New line. Message number announcements. List box pop up. Edit text. Hey everyone. New live stream happening https://youtube.be. Selection replaced. List upload and don't show again. Button. Publish. Selected button.
Okay,
Group.
let's publish
Are you
that.
sure? And 2 more items. Cancel. Select confirm. Selected button. Group. Cancel. Announcements. Web content. List messages and announcement. Heading. This is the start of the number announcements.
Should I stage this?
Application chooser. Note. Safari. Discord. Current. Application chooser menu. Note. Discord. Chrome. Chrome. Say something. Edit text. Say Werewolf Van Riley. Welcome to live chat. Link. Werewolf Van Riley. Say something. Edit. Say something. Say Werewolf Van Riley. Welcome to live chat. Link. Say something. Say something. Edit text. React. Say something. Werewolf Van Riley. Welcome to live chat. Link. Werewolf Van Riley 7. Say something.
Let's stage it.
Application notice Discord Chrome. Discord. Preview. Discord. Announcements. Item announcements. Announcement. Internet. Horizontal. Item announcements. Web. Announcements. Web. Internet. Horizontal splitter. 2 of 19. Announcements. Announcement. Internet. Heading level 1. Listnet. YouTube community school. Server. Empty navigation.
Wait. Let me reload this.
Discord. Web content. Message number announcements. List box pop up. Edit. Announcement. Select. Edit. Use channel. List chat. Edit channel. Selected. Create invite. Select link image. Heading level 2. Languages. Heading level 2. Other out of language class. Language practice. Open chat. So create and edit channel. Language class. Stage channel. Selected button. Group. Link image. Language class. Stage channel. Create edit channel. Selected button. Create link image. Released. Heading level 3. Waiting for the stage to start. Start the stage. Pick a topic to start the conversation. Selected button. Create event schedule stage for future date. Selected button. Start the stage. Pick a topic to start the conversation. Selected. Stylize image with sparkle for emphasis. This start stage brings button. Group. This will send a notification to members who can see this channel. Checked. Checkbox. Start. Cancelled. Selected. Cancelled. Select. Cancelled. Start. Stage topic started. Debate is over. That is better than regular. Edit text.
What the?
Stage topic started. Debate is over. That is better than regular. Edit text. Stage topic. Stage topic started. Debate is over. Stage topic. Form controls. Navigation characters. Words. Heading level. Stage topic started. Debate is over. That is better than regular. Edit text. Pulling menu. Stage topic started. Debate is over. This will send a notification to members who can't. Stage topic started. Debate is over. That is pulling menu. Stage topic started.
Okay, what happens if I...
Pulling menu. Insertion at end of text. Stage topic star. Edit text. Pulling menu. Insertion at end of text. Stage topic star. Edit.
Really?
Put space. Pulling menu. Let me see. Insertion at end of text. Stage topic star. Edit. Will send a notification to members. This will. Let me see. Heading level 5. Let me see. Insertion at end of text. Stage topic star. Let me see. Characters. I-S-E-E-S-I.
Oh.
Pulling nemesis. Pulling factor. Pulling solution. Pulling menu. Nemesis stream. Nemesis factor solution stream. This cancelled. Selected button. Start stage. Selected button.
Okay,
Group.
start
Selected.
stage.
George Brofer. Selected button. Group. George Brofer. George Brofer. George Brofer. Out of language class. Language. George Brofer. Channels. This channel's what create invite. Selected button. Heading level 2. Text chat. Heading level 3. Language class. Nemesis factor solution stream. Move to audience button. Unmute. Selected button. Mute selected.
Why am I even muted to begin with?
More heading level 3. The boost progress bar shows members how many heading level 3. Want to get to the next. Show more options. Mute. Heading level 3. George mute off. Switch. 35 minutes. End of channels. Group. End of voice. Create voice channels. Category expanded. Must create end of channels. In level 2. Text channels. Heading level 3. Language class. Heading level 3. Want to get to the next level. Heading level 3. Language class. Nemesis factor solutions. Move to audience. Selected button. Mute. Selected. More options. Button. Show requests. Selected button. Hide request. Selected. Invite. The boost progress bar. Service. The boost heading level. No. Stylized images. No request to speak will show up here.
Okay.
Application chooser. Noted Chrome. Previous. Discord. Current.
I still haven't bothered to set up the actual stage for this event.
Copy net battery. Finder. Copy this notification center. Chrome. Previous. Chrome. Say something. Edit. Say Wero Van Riley said. Welcome to live chat. Link. Wero Van Riley said. Say something. Edit text.
Okay. Well, let's just get started with the stream, and then if people show up, then they show up. By the way, I'm still trying to do a debate, or I'm still debating with myself over how I'm still trying to debate myself over whether I should do a PKT or a prior knowledge tutorial. But I think it might be worth it. I could just do it after the stream. So, welcome to the solution stream. This one is a stream that I have been really excited to do for the past month, ever since I got this. Just a few things to point out before we get started. Some of these solutions that I'm going to mention in this stream are my own ways of solving some of these puzzles. There are some of these puzzles on the Nemesis Factor have multiple ways of there are multiple ways to solve them, and if any of you either are planning to get one, already have one, etc., I would highly recommend being really creative with it, because that's part of the beauty of this game, is to allow yourself to be creative and allow yourself to figure out multiple solutions. And I think that's really important. But the solutions that I'm about to show you, they're just my ways of solving some of these puzzles. And just allow yourself to be creative and allow yourself to find different ways to solve things. And if your solutions are different than mine, then there's not a problem. There are no set ways to solve anything. If I do plan to come up with a PKT, I would highly recommend watching that before before any of you guys choose to get this game, because the PKT is going to give you an idea of what are some things you need to know in order to solve some of these puzzles. And then the solution stream is kind of going to be a stream that I make with the assumption that you know all the information. And I would also recommend that only watching the solution stream if you are really stuck and you really don't know what to do. I know other people have done solution streams in the past, so you can watch theirs as well, but I'm hoping mine is just as helpful to anybody else who sees it. But I would recommend watching it if you are really stuck, because unless you are really obsessed with cheating through puzzles, then I guess whatever. But like, I don't recommend cheating through puzzles at all. In fact, the whole point of this game is to really figure things out. You know, that's how I had to play it. I played most of this game by figuring things out, and hints are there for a reason. So I really recommend doing that. And then if you are really stuck and if you really don't get it, then watch my stream um or watch some of the other solution streams.
Say something, edit text. Say Rattle Van Lisa. Welcome to live chat. Link. Say something, edit text.
So yeah, without further ado, let's actually get started.
Welcome. Choose your player color to begin.
By the way, I actually changed the batteries on this yesterday, and I still haven't posted that video. I did a little bit of a clip of the nemesis factor on low batteries, in case anybody was actually curious.
Red player. You are on puzzle 1. Your score is 0. Puzzle 1, press any color to begin.
Okay, so puzzles 1 through 5 are actually pretty simple. This first puzzle requires you to just press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so just going up the staircase.
Puzzle 1 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 2, press any color to begin.
Puzzle 2 is basically the reverse of puzzle 1, so you're going down the staircase this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Puzzle 2 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 3 begin.
Puzzle 3, this one, you have to basically press the blue 5 times.
Puzzle 3 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 4, press any color to begin.
Puzzle 4 is a crisscross puzzle. So, and by a crisscross, it's what I call a crisscross puzzle, because you're going from bottom to top, and then the second bottom to the second top, and then the middle. So you're going 1, 5, 2, 4, 3.
Puzzle 4 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 5, press begin.
Okay, puzzle 5. This one, you're gonna do each of the number buttons that respective number of times. So you're gonna do 1 once, then you're gonna do 2 twice, then 3 times, and then 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Puzzle 5 complete. Your score is 10.
Say something, edit text. Say something, Rattle Van Lisa. Link. Welcome to live chat. Link. Rattle Van. Say something, edit text.
Okay, puzzle 6. This one you have to order the numbers from 1 to 5 in numerical order.
4, 5, 1, 2. 3, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puzzle 6 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 7, press begin.
Okay, puzzle 7 is kind of similar to puzzle 5. The only difference is that you're gonna do that exact same combination that you do on puzzle 5, but just on the red. So 1, and then red twice, and then red 3 times, and then red 4 times, and then 5 times.
Puzzle 7 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 8, press begin.
Okay, puzzle 8. This one you have to do each of the buttons twice as you go up the staircase. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5.
Puzzle 8 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 9, press any color to begin.
This one, this one, it's going to give you a sequence of 1 or 2 colors. So if it gives you 1, like red, yellow, or blue, you just do that color. But then if it gives you 2 colors, such as red, yellow, then you do the color in between that. So that would just be blue. Yellow, blue, well, that would be the one in between that, which is green.
Red, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, blue, yellow, blue, red, yellow, red, yellow. Puzzle 9 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 10, press any color to begin.
Okay, puzzle 10, it's going to give you a sequence of 3 colors, and you have to do the second color that was called, so the color that was called in the middle of that sequence.
Begin. Green, orange, yellow,
So it would be orange in this case.
yellow, blue, orange, orange, red, blue, blue, yellow, green, yellow, red, orange. Puzzle 10 complete. Your score is
Say something, edit. Say something. Where Ronnie 7. Link. Learn more. Welcome to Live Chat. Link. Learn. Say something. Say something, edit text.
Okay, puzzle 11. This one, there are 2 ways to solve this. One way is you could physically... Oh, I'll show you what I mean.
begin. Up 26.
So the first thing that it gives us is up 26. There are 2 ways to go about the solution. You could either physically count 26 up from my starting position, which I did 1 in this case, or you could go by multiple of 5 remainders. So you know that every multiple of 5 is a number that ends in 0 or 5. This one does not. So you divide
Up 26.
26 by 5, which would be 1, and then you would count, and then because you're going up, you would go up 1 step from your starting position, which would be 2.
Down
13, so you would divide 13 by 5, which is 3, and then your starting position, or your position now, is 2, so you're going down from 2. 1, 5, 4.
Down 17.
17 divided by 5 is 2. You would go down 2 from 4.
Up 36.
That would just be 1 up, so that's 3.
Down 13.
And then down 13 from 3 would just be 5. So
Puzzle 11 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 12. Press
So
any
the way
color to
this
begin.
puzzle kind of works is like you could physically count the buttons if that's easier for you, but that kind of takes so much time. It's actually much easier to figure it out using remainders of 5. By the way, if there's anyone watching in the future, there's no one watching right now, but if there's anyone in the future that's watching and you have questions, leave them down in the comment section below and I would gladly answer them for you. Because I'm actually pretty good at this game. Okay, puzzle 12. This one, it's going to give you a sequence of 5 colors, where 1 color is repeated twice. If you hear a color again, that is the color that you do. So,
Begin. Red, green, yellow, green, blue,
so green is repeated twice, so I would do green.
yellow, blue, yellow, orange, green,
That would be yellow.
blue, red, orange, green, red, blue, orange, yellow, green, yellow, blue, orange, red, orange, green. Puzzle 12 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 13. Press any color. to
Okay,
begin.
this one, it's going to give you 2 numbers that are
Begin. 5, 3.
so it's going to give you 2 numbers like 5, 3, and you have to figure out, or it could be a number and a color like 5, 5 yellow, and it's going to give you, and you have to do the number that is in between the 2 numbers.
5, 3.
So in this case would be 4.
4, orange.
4 orange would be 3.
3, red.
That would be 2.
2, blue.
that would be 1,
1 green.
and then that would be 5.
Puzzle 13 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 14. Press any color.
Okay, this one you have to order the colors in going top of the up the staircase. So Roji Biv order.
Begin. Yellow, blue, orange, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Puzzle 14 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 15. Press any color to begin.
Okay, so puzzle 15, it's going to throw at you a bunch of numbers, and then when a number between 1 and 5 is called, you have to press that number button respectively.
Begin. 0, 0,
No?
6,
No.
7, 4,
Now.
7, 9, 9, 9, 1,
Yes.
7, 9, 4,
Yes.
6, 3, 0, 9, 2.
Say something, edit text, say where of Van Chat actions, button, hi. And 1GHT 70 2020 underscore it.
Hey!
Any color to begin.
Hey, welcome.
And 1GHT link, image. Heading edit button, group. Heading level 2, input link, run more, hi. Chat actions button, group. Say something, edit, say where of Van 7. Chat, hi.
Okay, puzzle 16. Okay, so this one is
Begin.
actually really simple. All you have to do is just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Puzzle 16 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 17. Press any color.
Okay, this one, I kind of like to see it as filling the blank. Your objective here is to do the color, or it's going to give you a sequence, it's going to give you a list of colors, and your objective here is to press the color that was not called. So it's kind of like trying to fill out all 5 colors. You're given 4 of them, and you have to find the missing one to fill the blank with.
Begin. Blue, yellow, orange, green.
Red,
Orange, red, green, yellow.
blue,
Yellow, red, orange, green.
red.
Red,
Oh, wait,
yellow,
never
blue,
mind.
Green.
I was so confident.
Red, yellow, blue, green.
Oh, orange.
Yellow, orange, red, blue.
That would be green.
Green, red, yellow, orange.
That would be blue.
Blue, yellow, red, orange. Green, red, yellow, orange.
Yeah, you have to be quick with this. It actually doesn't.
Score is 10. Puzzle 18. Press any color to begin.
You have to be quick with this. It actually doesn't give you much time. It gives you probably like 5 seconds to fill in the blank.
And what, hi. Chat actions, say something. Where of Van 7. Chat actions, hi.
Okay, puzzle 18. Okay, so this one, you have to order the colors in alphabetical order this time.
Begin. Blue, green, red, blue, green, yellow, blue, green, orange, red, yellow. Puzzle 18 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 19. Press any color to begin.
Okay, puzzle 19. This one, it's gonna give you a number, and then you basically have to add 1 to that number and press that respective number. So
Begin. 3,
that would be 4.
2,
3,
1,
2,
0,
1,
4.
5.
And
Puzzle
hi.
19 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 20. Press any color to
Okay, this one, it's a little hard if you don't know music. But you have to order the tones from lowest to highest.
begin. Puzzle 20 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 21. Press any color to begin.
Okay, so puzzle 21. This one is what I call the countdown puzzle. It's going to start at 6, and it's going to count down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then once it reaches 1, it's going to go back up to 6. When it reaches, you're going to press the numbers in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 order, but only when they are called. So you have to wait until the countdown reaches the number. Let me demonstrate.
Begin. 6, 5,
5, We're starting with 1.
3, 2, 1,
Now,
6, 5, 4,
3, 2.
1, 6, 5, 4, 3,
And by the way, if you mess up once,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5.
if you mess up once, you have to
21 complete.
do the entire sequence all over again.
Puzzle 22.
So,
Any color.
let's say if you press your number at the wrong time, or if you press the wrong number, that's wrong. And then once you get it wrong, you have to start the entire sequence all over again. So the sequence itself starts all over again.
And what pie? Jump actions. Where Van Ronnie say something. Where Van Ronnie said jump pie.
Okay, puzzle 22. This one, it's gonna give you a combination of 3 numbers, and you're gonna have to order them in the correct order from greatest to least.
Begin. 1, 4, 5,
So that would be 5, 4, 1,
3, 5, 2,
5, 3, 2,
4, 3, 5,
5, 4, 3,
2, 3, 5,
5, 3, 2.
3, 4, 5. Puzzle 22 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 23.
Jump actions. Where Van Ronnie 7. Jump pie.
Okay, puzzle 23, you're gonna order the syllables in order to form the word mysteriously.
Begin. Here, me, us, this, here, me, us, me, mysteriously. Puzzle 23 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 24. Press any color to begin. Begin. Red 1.
Okay, so this one, it's gonna give you a color and then a number, and then you have to press that color that number of times. So red 1, so I'm only pressing red once.
Yellow 2. Green 4. Orange 3. Blue 2. Puzzle 24 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 25. Press any color.
Okay, 25. It's gonna give you a number, and then you have to figure out what that number is what that number's square root is. So,
Begin. 1.
well, 1 is just 1.
25.
25, the square root of 25 is 5.
4.
That's 2,
16.
4,
9.
and 3.
Puzzle 25 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 26. Press any color to begin.
Okay, so that puzzle 26, this is going to give you a string of colors. And then when a color is repeated twice, that's when it's going to give you a string of numbers, that's what I meant. And when a number is repeated twice, you're going to press that number. Now, I actually found a pattern to this. It's programmed to happen at every 9th command. So like 8 in normal time, in general, 8 and 9 are the colors, or are the numbers that are repeated on the 8th and 9th sequence, but it can happen earlier, so watch out for that.
Begin. 1, 4, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 3, 5, 4, 1, 3, 5, 2, 1, 1, 4.
Like that.
3, 5, 2, 5, 2, 1, 2.
It was 7 and 8 that time.
2, 1, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, 5.
Yeah, it can happen just as early like that too.
Puzzle 26
It could be the first 2 numbers.
10. Puzzle 27. Press any
And what
color
pie?
to begin.
Jump actions. Where Van Ronnie 7. Jump pie.
Okay, 27, it's going to give you a note, and you have to press the number specific to that note. This one actually is kind of easy because the lowest is at the bottom of the staircase, and the highest note is at the top. But
Begin. Puzzle 27 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 28. Press any color to begin.
알았어. Okay, 28. What's this one? Oh yeah, so this one, It's kind of like puzzle 24 in the sense of it's going to give you a color and a number, except this time you're going up the staircase by that number. So blue 3, that would just be 3 because you're going blue, red, orange, yellow. That would be orange. Green 2 would be red.
And pi. Jump actions. Werewolf on Ronnie 7. Jump pi.
Okay, 29, you're doing a string of 5 buttons that repeat through a cycle. So you're starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, and then continue.
Puzzle 29 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 30.
And pi.
Press any color.
Application check notification. Discord Chrome. Discord. Preview. Discord. Node request to speak. Node sign up request. Allow request from request. Stylized image. Sign up. Node request to speak. Node requests. Request to speak will show up here. Being level 3. Want to get to the next level.
I don't think there's anybody on the stage.
Application check notification center. Chrome. Previous. Chrome. Pi. Say something. Edit text. Werewolf on Ronnie 7. Pi. And 1 pi.
Okay, puzzle 30 is a reaction puzzle. So just do what it says.
Red, 3, blue, 4, orange. Puzzle 30 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 31 begin.
Okay, I'm not really sure how to explain this one. This one, you're just using the first 3 buttons. So you're going 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, and then 2, 1.
Puzzle 31 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 32. Press any color to begin.
Okay, 32. It's going to give you a sequence of 5 commands, a mix of colors and numbers, and then it's going to say go. When it says go, you press the last color or number that was heard.
Begin. 4, green, 2, red, 1, go.
1.
4, green, 2, orange, 2, go.
2.
4, orange, 4, orange, 5, go. 4, blue, 1, red, 5, go. 1, yellow, 1, yellow, 3, go. Puzzle 32 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 33. Press any color to begin.
This one, you're going to press the numbers going up the staircase, but you're going to hold each one until it says uncle. And after it says uncle, you have to release.
Begin. Uncle, 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 uncle. Puzzle 33 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 34. Press any color.
Okay, puzzle 34, it's going to give you 2 numbers, and you have to press the difference between them.
Begin. 7, 8,
That's just 1.
4, 2,
That's 2.
4, 1,
That is 3.
6, 3, 1, 6. Puzzle
And 1 pi.
34 complete.
Jump actions button. Werewolf on Ronnie 7. Jump pi.
Puzzle 35. Press any color to begin.
Okay, 35, it's going to give you a color, but you have to wait a certain amount of time, and the time that you have to wait increases by 2 seconds each time. And you really have to count with this. If you lose count, you're going to mess up.
Begin. Yellow,
1, 2, 3.
blue,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
orange,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
yellow,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
blue,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Puzzle 35 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 36. Press any color.
Okay, this one you have to press Roy G. Biv, but you have to press them in you have to press them depending on you have to press the respective number button depending on where it appears on the list of 5 colors. So
Begin. Blue, green, red, yellow, orange.
so that would be 3.
Orange, green, blue, yellow, red.
1.
Yellow, red, green, blue, orange.
1.
Orange, blue, green, red, yellow.
Oh,
Blue,
wait.
Yellow, green, red, orange.
4.
Blue, red, green, orange, yellow.
That would be 2. Oh, wait.
Green, red, yellow, orange.
Okay, so that's 3.
Green, blue, orange, yellow, red.
That would be
Green, blue, orange, yellow, red.
that would be 3.
Yellow, green, blue, red, orange.
That would be 1.
Green, blue, red, orange, yellow.
1.
Yellow, green, blue, red, orange. Puzzle 37.
And pi.
Complete.
Chat actions. Where van Riley 7. Chat pi.
Puzzle 37. Press
Google Chrome.
color
Stacked
to
group.
begin.
Puzzle 30. Okay, this one, it's gonna give you a sequence of tones, and you have to mimic them. It's kind of like Simon, but it's not. It's not the same because even though each sequence builds up, it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't add on to the same sequence. It's different sequences each time.
Puzzle 37 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 38. Press any color to begin.
38 is a blackjack puzzle. So if you know how to play blackjack, you might be able to figure this puzzle out pretty easily. For those people who don't, like myself, I had to kind of learn how to do this. You have to add, it's actually, the logic behind it is pretty easy. You have to find a combination of numbers that add to either 19, 20, or 21. If you get below 19, you get house wins. If you get above 21, you get busted, both of which are fails. And you can be creative with this puzzle. But remember that if you've used one solution to get to that number, you cannot use the solution again. If you do, I think that's also a fail.
Begin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 5, 10, 15, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 20, 1, 5, 10, 15, 16, 21, 5, 10, 11, 16, 21, 5, 6, 11, 16, 21, 1, 6, 11, 16, 21. Puzzle 38.
And 1 pi.
Complete
Jump actions.
your
Where van
score.
97.
10.
Jump pi.
Puzzle 39. Press any color.
Okay. Puzzle 39.
Begin.
You have to order the sequences of notes to form Mary Had a Little Lamb. And a big hint here, if you figure out the combination to this, it's actually pretty easy because the combination is always the same.
Puzzle 39 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 40. Press any color to begin.
Okay, so 40, you have to press, in this puzzle, you have to press a button when it's a valid time on a 12-hour clock, which can be 3 digits or 4 digits, so you really have to pay attention to this one. And I'll tell you which one is which as I go along, just to give you a little bit of a ease here.
Begin. 1, 2, 9.
Yes.
3, 8, 8.
Nope.
1, 3, 7, 0.
Nope.
3, 9, 8.
Nope.
1, 7, 1, 4.
Nope.
1, 6, 6.
Nope.
1, 3, 3.
Yes.
9, 8, 1. 2, 7, 1. 1, 8, 5, 7.
Yes.
1595 643
643.
09
409.
Puzzle 40 complete. Your score is 10.
So it can trick you.
41. Press any color to
Because,
begin.
like, you can have a pattern like 1, 2, or 1, 4, 0, and you're like, oh god, oh yeah, that's it. But then it gives you a number like 9, and then it doesn't make any sense anymore. So it becomes wrong, and you have to kind of pay attention to that one.
And 1 pi. Jump actions. Where of 197. Jump pi.
Okay, 41 is another reaction puzzle. This one is harder though because it gets faster each time, so you have to react faster each step of the puzzle.
Begin. Red, yellow, green, blue, orange. Puzzle 41 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 42. Press any color to begin.
Okay, puzzle 42. It's going to give you a sequence of numbers, and you have to press a button when you hear a number that is a power of 2. And you can actually use the light sensors to speed the process along.
Begin. 45, 32, 93, 64, 99, 4, 7,
Oh.
32, 96, 56, 31, 16, 22, 45, 64, 7, 2. Puzzle 42 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 43. Press any color to begin.
Okay, this one is a planet puzzle. You have to order the planets in the order that they are from the sun. So basically, your inner and outer planets. You have to order them by that order. The only outer planet here, though, is Jupiter. So you already know by that hint, Jupiter's probably going to come last.
Begin. Mercury, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter.
So this puzzle, if you know the order of your planets, is pretty easy.
Complete. Your score is 10.
But the next puzzle,
Puzzle 44.
this
Press
one,
any color to begin.
this puzzle is going to be harder because now you have to order the five planets in size order from smallest to largest. And this one, you may have to Google to find the solution
Begin.
if you're willing to treat that way.
Earth, Mercury, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Earth, Jupiter. Puzzle 44 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 45. Press any color
Okay.
to begin.
45 is the first puzzle that you have to use the light sensor for. And this one, you just do the light sensor 5 times.
Begin. Puzzle 45 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 46. Press any color to
Okay,
begin.
46, you're going to go up the staircase after you light each time. So you're going to go light sensor 1, light sensor 2, light sensor 3, etc.
Puzzle
And 1 pi.
46 complete.
Jump actions.
Your
Where of
score
197.
is 10.
Jump pi.
Puzzle 47. Press any color to begin.
Okay, so this one, it's going to give you a light or dark and a color. If it's light, you press the color as normal. If it's dark, you press the color while covering the light sensor.
Begin. Light blue,
Oh.
dark green, light orange, dark red, light yellow. Puzzle 47 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 48. Press any color to begin.
Okay, 48 is similar to puzzle 37, but you have to do the note sequences in reverse order. And yes, they do build up, but you have to figure out how to reverse them. So not only are you trying to remember the sequence, you have to now flip the sequence around, which makes this puzzle quite difficult.
Begin.
That would be a good ending to a song.
Puzzle 48. Complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 49. Press any color.
Okay, so 49, you're gonna go, you're gonna press each number in 1 to 5 order, and then you have to do the light sensor that respective number of times. So you're gonna go 1, light it once, 2, light it twice.
Puzzle 49. Complete. Your score is 10.
Jump action. Hi. Jump actions. Where van 97. Jump high.
Okay, so 50, it's gonna give you all the 5 colors in which you just press those buttons, but then it's gonna give you black or white. If it's white, you do nothing. If it's black, you have to cover the light sensor.
White,
Nothing.
black, orange, green, black. Puzzle 50 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 51. Press any color to begin.
Here's something I like to do. We're halfway there. Woo! By the way, I don't know. I actually got that from somebody on another YouTube video, and I really enjoyed it, so I've been doing that. And my Discord friends actually think that's funny.
Hi. Say something. Edit text. Application chooser. Notice Discord. Previous. Discord. Language got no requests. Slide request. Allow click request invite button. Close. Allow request. Allow click request invite. Move to audience button. Net heading. Door browser. Door browser. Zero read off. Switch. Zero listening.
Okay, 0 listening.
Door net move. More invite. Request close. Allow request. Slide lines into the spot. No request heading level 3. Request to speak will show up.
Okay.
Application chooser. Notification center. Chrome. Previous. Chrome. Say something. Edit text. Say where van is. Hi. L1 deep link. Run more L. Hi. Say something. Where van is. Hi. Where van is.
Okay.
Actions button. Hi.
Okay, let's continue. 51. This one, it's going to give you you're gonna go up the staircase, but each time you press it, it's gonna give you on or off. If it's on, you just press the button like without doing anything. If it's off, you need to press it while covering the light sensor. And the on and off alternates each time. So let's say you get one wrong in the middle of the staircase. You're gonna start whatever position it was in. During that, it's going to alternate to on or off, depending on what position it was in.
Puzzle 51 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 52. Press any color to begin.
Okay, this one, it's going to give you a sequence of words. And your job here is to cover or uncover the light sensor based on one word and one word only. Switch. Meaning that if you hear any other word in during that time, you cannot switch. So if it's a switch and the light sensor is on, you switch it to off, meaning you cover it.
Begin. Left, up, Mars, switch.
Now.
Orange. Alto, soprano, switch.
And it can give you
alto,
like
green, orange,
up to 3 switches in a row.
switch, down, switch, switch.
So it can give you about 2 or 3 switches in a row. I've gotten
Puzzle 53. Press any color to begin.
I've gotten 3 switches in a row at one point. So it can call switch, switch, switch. But the rule is still the same. If you hear switch, that's the only time you can switch the position of the light sensor. Okay. Puzzle 53. This one, you are switching back and forth between covering and uncovering the light sensor based on some of the words you hear. And you can also hear switch in this puzzle as well, but switch is more of a neutral word for this puzzle now. And there are sometimes when you do this puzzle, it'll give you like an instance where you're not necessarily switching at all. So let's say you were uncovered, but then it gives you a word like white, and then at that point you leave it uncovered. You don't cover it.
Begin. Black. On. Switch. Black.
Like that.
Switch.
I switched it to off.
Puzzle 53 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 54. Press
I covered the light sensor because it said switch. But then it gave me black, meaning that I don't switch the position of the light sensor at all, because black would mean the light sensor should be covered. So I didn't uncover it. Okay, puzzle 54. This one, you're gonna order the planet. You're gonna order and eliminate. So you're going to, it's gonna give you a list of the 5 planets, and you're going to, when you hear the planet that you have to put in order, you're going to order that planet, you're going to order the planets in alphabetical order. And so when you hear the planet in that sequence, you're going to eliminate it by doing the light sensor.
Begin. Earth. Mercury. Mars. Venus. Jupiter. Mercury. Mars. Venus. Mercury. Venus. Puzzle 54 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 55. Press any color to
Okay, 55. This one, the objective of this one is it's going to give you a number. And if it's odd, you cover it. If it's even, you uncover it. Now, I did find a flaw with this one. If you get 2 odd numbers in a row, you're supposed to leave it covered because that's what you're supposed to do. But it counts that as wrong, so it screws you over, and you have to start at the very beginning, which really does get frustrating. And you can easily get 9 if it gives you enough of these 2 odd numbers in a row. You could easily lose a point.
begin. 13. 3. 15.
Like that.
14. 13. 2. 17. 18.
I got 3 mistakes just from
55 complete.
what I was supposed to do,
10. Puzzle 56. Press any color to
which kind of isn't fair. I mean, seriously, it's not fair at all. Okay, puzzle 56. This one, you have to,
begin. 8. 2.
it's going to give you 2 numbers, and then you're going to use 1 through 5 to find the sum of these 2 numbers. And then when you find the correct number, you lock it in by doing the light sensor.
16, 10, 7, 2, 10, 15, 14, 9, 4, 8, 17, 12, 2, 3, 6,
Oh,
7, 4,
that's the wrong one.
20, 11, 3, 2, 5,
5 is the right
1,
one.
3, 3, 19, 18, 4, 5, 7, 12, 35, 2, 3, 15, 12.
Oh wait, is it 12? Yeah.
4, 7, 19, 3, 5, 11.
Chat act. Hi. Chat actions. Where of Van Riley 7. Chat hi.
Puzzle 57. Press any color to begin.
Okay, 57. This one is a word puzzle. You have to order the words from longest to shortest.
Discord. Intervals. Electronic game chat. Discussion. Yes. Discord. Intervals. Electronic game chat. Discussion. 2010.
You have to order the words from longest to shortest. And you also have to, if it helps you, you can have a sheet of paper and a pencil and write the words down. If it helps you. I personally used to do that, but I can keep track of them pretty easily in my head.
Begin. Ascending again. Hold box of
Oh wait, I got it in the right order.
puzzle 57 complete. Your score is 10.
Okay,
Puzzle 58. Press
that
any color to begin.
that usually does not happen. What? Okay, I that usually does not happen. I usually have to do another combination of numbers to order them in the correct order, but at this time it was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's funny. I usually do not get that at all. Oh man. Okay, that was kind of unexpected because I usually, when I play the Nemesis Factor off camera, that usually does not happen. Okay, 58. This one, it's gonna give you a storm list of colors.
Discord, Pixel XQ, electronic game chat, discussion. IC, does this game take triple E batteries?
It's gonna give you like a list of colors. You have to pay attention to the first color that was called in the list. And if that color appears again, then you press that color. So we're looking for green. Oh, there we go.
Yellow, orange, green, orange, yellow, red, red, orange, red, yellow, green, yellow, orange. Puzzle 58 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 59. Press any color to begin.
Okay, this one,
And one high. Chat actions, Where van 97. Chat high.
this one you have to play Row 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 Your Boat, and you do the highest note in that song by doing the light sensor.
Row, row, row. Puzzle 59 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 60. Press any color to begin.
Okay, this one is a factorization puzzle. It's going to give you a number, and you have to press the number buttons that it is divisible by between 1 and 5. Now, there is a number, let me tell you, there is a number between 1 and 100 that is divisible by all of these buttons. Can you figure out what that number is?
Begin. 54. 3.
Oh, wait, that does not, right.
10. 51. 69.
Ugh. Why do I keep doing 2?
69. 42. 51. 5.
Okay, that's just 1 and 5.
69. 41. 49. Puzzle 60 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 61. Press any color to begin.
Okay, 61 is what I call a number maze. You have a number target. Well, the number that's given to you is your target. And you have to figure out a range of solutions to get to that number. Now, some are easy peasy. Some are really challenging. And the way you use the way you get to some of these numbers is each of the number buttons will multiply whatever your number is by that respective number. So 1 will multiply by 1, 2 will multiply by 2 will double it, 3 will triple it, etc. The light sensor will subtract, if it's subtractable, whatever number by 6.
Begin. 18.
So this one is pretty easy.
3, 6, 18, 64. 4, 16, 64, 18, 3, 6, 18, 65.
65.
5, 25, 19, 13, 65, 89.
89.
5, 25, 19, 95, 89. Puzzle 61 complete. Your score is
Chat
10.
high. Chat actions, Where van 97. Chat high.
Press any color to begin.
Okay, we're getting to tilts now. 62 is the first tilt puzzle. This one is a free tilt puzzle, so you can tilt it however you want. But the way I personally tilt it is like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Puzzle 62 complete. Your score is 10.
So you actually have to know.
Puzzle 63. Press any color to begin.
you may not necessarily need to know all your tilt positions from doing puzzle 62, like before doing puzzle 62, but it might be a good idea to learn them before you get to this puzzle, because, or even I might actually include that as a PKT because the tilt positions are really important here. Okay, 63. This puzzle, you have to know the positions because you're required here to do a small circle. So this one involves the tilt positions 1, 4, and 6. And there's a certain order that I like to do these. Let me just put the camera over here. 4. So I like to do them 4, 1, and then 6. So position 6 is actually involved in here.
Puzzle 63 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 64. Press any color to begin.
This one is kind of a free tilt puzzle, but not. It might not be, because there's so many ways to solve this. I personally like to do it this way.
Discord, Pixel XQ, electronic game chat, discussion.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But there was one time.
Complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 65. Press any color.
There was one time I did by pure accident. It wasn't even an intention at all. I did like 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, and it counted that as correct as well. So it's not. I don't really know how to best explain it. 65. Okay, this one is actually really fun. This one is the somersault puzzle. So you're kind of, if you don't know what somersaults are, basically the logic behind this one is you're doing a circle, but you're doing a much bigger circle than what you did on puzzle 63. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, if I do 1. By the way, don't rush through this puzzle at all because you want to make sure that all the tilt positions here are counted to do a full somersault.
Puzzle 65 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 66. Press begin.
Okay, this one, you can find different positions to do it as well. The only position you can't use on this one is position number 5 because this one is a practice puzzle for the next one, puzzle 67, and that one is going to be a bit. I will explain that when we get there. So the way I do it, this one is, and then 6.
Puzzle 66 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 67. Press any color to begin.
Okay, 67. This one might be a little confusing at first because it gives you a position, but you have to flip it with that side down. Why they programmed it like that, I have no idea, but that's how you're supposed to do it. Meaning that if you were to flip
Discord,
it,
4 keys of 5 drums, text man is real, speech 2 walk of mediocrity. Before I leave for Greece, I'd like to wish Cheek Noise number 7955 a very happy birthday. I don't know how much I'll be able to stay in contact on the first day, since after the deal have mostly consistently free, but I'm moving between countries I'm forced to put up with crazy cellular data rates. So
oh, okay, whatever. Because like if you're flipping it like this, if you're flipping it to position 5, that is freeform because freeform is the reverse of that. So like if you're doing like front left, you're really doing position 3 because the inverse of front left is back right.
Begin. Back left. Back right. Front right. Bottom. Front left. Puzzle 67 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 68. Press any color to begin.
So you're actually, so with that puzzle, you're doing the sides down, meaning you're doing each of the positions in inverse order. Meaning that if you're flipping it like this is apparently freeform according to according to that puzzle, because the top side on freeform is facing down. Okay, 68. This one is pretty simple, but you also have to have pretty good lighting conditions for this, because this one is the first puzzle that involves both light and tilt. So what you're supposed to do is you tilt it, then you light it, tilt it, light it, and then you end with a tilt.
Puzzle 68 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 69. Press any color to begin.
Okay, this one is actually, you're gonna go up the staircase, but each time you do go up the staircase, it's gonna give you a position to tilt it to, and this time you're actually tilting it to how the positions are supposed to be tilted to. So if it says front left, you're actually tilting to front left, which in this case is 1. So
Front left, bottom, front right,
oh right, that's the wrong color.
front left, bottom, front right, back right,
3,
back left.
and then 4.
Puzzle 69 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 70. Press any color to begin.
Okay, puzzle 70. This one is the twister puzzle. So it's going to give you a direction, like right or left, and then it's going to give you hand or foot, and then whatever color. The right and left are done with the front, left, and right sides facing down. So it's inverse order again. So you're doing front left like this for left, and then this way for right. And then hand is done by covering the light sensor, and foot is done by the light sensor not covered. And then you do the color.
Begin. Twister. Left foot yellow.
So left, and then foot, I do nothing, just yellow.
Twister. Right hand blue.
Right hand blue.
Right hand red. Left hand green. Left foot green. Puzzle 70 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 71. Press
Jump action.
any
Hi.
color.
Jump actions. Where van 97. Jump high.
Okay. 70s are actually pretty easy. They're actually easier than the 60s. Thank God. Because with the 70s, you're now dealing with position numbers. You're not dealing with the actual positions. You're dealing with the position numbers, which are consistently the same. So 71 and 72 are practice puzzles for 73, but let me explain this one. So 71, you're going to go up the staircase by going up the staircase 1 to 5, but you're going to tilt to that position. So you're going to go 1, press 1, tilt to 2, press 2, 3, press 3.
Puzzle 71 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 72. Press any color to begin.
This one, you're going to tilt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without doing anything, and it's going to tell you what you tilted to. So this one is actually a pretty good practice one.
Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puzzle 72 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 73. Press any color
Now,
to begin.
remember how I said those were practice puzzles? Because this is where your position number knowledge is really put to the test. This is kind of like puzzle 67. You're going to be given a number, and you have to tilt it to that position number.
Discord. G Pop 9.
Oh, wait, wrong one. 4,
2, 5, 1. Puzzle 73 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 74. Press any color to begin.
Okay, this one you're gonna order the musical ranges, so soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, bass, in that order from from highest range to lowest range.
Begin. Baritone. Soprano.
And you're doing that by tilting to positions.
Alto.
Okay.
Bass.
Oh, soprano,
Soprano. Alto. Tenor. Baritone.
and then bass is 4.
Puzzle
Chart high.
74.
Chart actions. Where of 197.
Score is
Chart
10.
high.
Puzzle 75. Press any color to begin.
Okay, 75. This one is pretty similar to puzzle 49 that we did earlier, except tilts are involved now. So you have to go. The way I do it is tilt to 1, press 1, and then light it once. Tilt to 2, press 2, light it twice. By the way, this is the hardest it'll ever get. Trust me. Once you get past this, it's going to get easier.
Puzzle 75 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 76. Press any color to begin.
Okay, 76. This one is pretty fun. This one, you have to tilt the unit around to find prime numbers. If you find a prime number, you're gonna select the number by going up, or by pressing a step, and you're going up each staircase.
Begin. 64.
By the way,
17. 31. 17.
okay, now that 31 is actually in this list, let me mention this. For some reason, 31 is not included as a prime number, and that should never have happened, because 31 is a prime number. And don't dispute it with me, because I did a test for divisibility, and I even Googled it. And 31 is a prime number. I don't know why they didn't include it.
99. 37. 98. 37.
Discord.
85.
2.9. Text man is real. Speech choose walk mediocrity. Lol, I have forgot what I said you. If I remember correctly, I said you. Assignment swipe. The way.
85. 9. 95. 18. 7. 55. 49. 91. 22. 47. 46. 5. 31. 5. Puzzle 76 complete.
Chart actions.
Your
High.
score is
Chart
10.
actions. Where of 197.
Puzzle
Chart high.
77. Press any color to begin.
Yeah, so 76, I really don't know why 31 hasn't been included in there. Because it should have been. But other than that, it's pretty fun. 77. Okay, so this one, you're gonna order the notes from highest to lowest again, but this time you're using tilts to do it. Okay. Oh no, that's the wrong order. And then 5. And then was it 4, I think? And then 1, 3.
Puzzle 77 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 78. Press any color to begin.
Okay, this one, you're gonna match the note based on whatever note you started with. Let me show you what I mean.
Begin.
So to start the match, you're just gonna press any button, and then let's start with 1. Now you're gonna go up the staircase, and then to match that, you're gonna tilt either to position 1 or position 2. Position 1 puts you forward, and also use position 6 for this to work, and then position 2 is gonna put you back. So if you just go from position 1 to position 2, it's actually not going to move. You have to use position 6 to do this. That's the wrong. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, I already did 3. What the heck? Oh, wait. I haven't selected one yet. Okay, now go forward.
Puzzle 78 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 79. Press any color to begin.
Okay, puzzle 79 is almost like puzzle 17, except you're gonna tilt to different positions to find the colors in the list, and then you have to find the missing color based on what you hear. So this one requires a little bit of remembering because you're tilting to different positions. And then you have to press the missing color, so the color that's not in the list.
Begin. Orange, red, yellow, orange,
Orange, red, yellow.
blue,
So that would be green.
red, green, red, yellow, blue, green, blue, orange, yellow, orange, red, yellow, red, blue, red, orange, yellow, orange, green.
Oh,
Puzzle 79 complete. Your
Jump action,
score
high.
is 10.
Jump actions. Werewolf on Riley 7.
Puzzle 8.
Jump high.
Press any color.
okay. This puzzle is actually pretty fun too. It's a card game. Or think of it as a card game. What it's gonna do is it's gonna tell you to shuffle. When it says shuffle, you're gonna tilt 3 times, and then whatever position you land on, it's gonna give you a number. When you hear the number, you're gonna do the light sensor that number of times. And actually, I would recommend trying to get every single position in there as possible, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that you get all the numbers in. But if you really want to, you can be creative and get a number more than once, and that's okay too.
Begin. Shuffle. 1. Shuffle. 5. Shuffle. 3. Shuffle. 2. Shuffle.
3, 2, 1.
4. Puzzle 80 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 81. Press any color
Jump act, high.
to begin.
Jump actions. Say something. Werewolf on Riley 7. Jump actions, high.
Okay. 81. This one is the last puzzle you will ever have to do that involves musical notes. So hooray. This one, you're gonna hear, it's gonna play the tones from lowest to highest. When you hear the highest one, you are going to eliminate that by tilting to that position. So it's better if I tell you as I do this. Wait. 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 5. 4. 3. 'And then finally,
Discord. Talking 07. Electronic game video. Discussion. Is it from 2001 or 2000?
1 complete. Your score is 10.
so
Puzzle 82. Press any color.
another explanation that I could give you for this one is basically on the first round you're going to hear 5. So the correct thing here would be to tilt it to 5, and then on the next round you're only going to hear 4, and then tilt it to 4. Now here's the thing: if you make the wrong tilt move, or your tilt sensor activates twice, you're going to have to do the entire cycle all over again. So you have to be very systematic with your tilts with this puzzle to actually complete it without making a lot of mistakes. Okay, 82 is the 1 through 5 with one button puzzle. Each of these numbers are in a sequential order, and you have to tilt to find them. And then based on that sequential order, you have to incorporate the numbers 1 through 5. So, and you're gonna make a few mistakes figuring out the sequence. So that shouldn't. But your job here is to make at like 6 mistakes or less.
3, 5.
Okay.
1.
4.
2. 3.
And make sure you memorize or write down your sequence well. 5.
Discord, Electronic 07, Electronic Game Video.
And then 4 is right there. 2, 3, 5.
5.
There we go. So,
Complete. Your score is 10.
Discord, Electronic 07.
Puzzle 83. Press any color to begin.
so you're basically tilting in a circle of 5 numbers. And then you have to remember because it's not going to tell you, you have to remember the numbers as you go. Like you have to remember what those numbers were. Okay, 83. This one only involves buttons and lights. So you're going to take a break from tilt for a while. This one, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you're going to do it in a kind of an interesting way. Each time you do a light sensor, it switches the number assigned to that color button. So you're going to do 1 just as normal. But then you're going to do light it, and then do 2 on the orange. Then to do 3, you're going to do red. And then to do 4 and 5, you're going to light it, and then do green and blue.
Chat action, hi. Chat actions, where of 97. Chat and 1G, link, learn more. And hi. Chrome has view, window.
Okay, 84. This one is pretty simple. Order the numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in alphabetical order.
5, 4, 1, 3, 2. Puzzle 84 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 85. Press any color to begin.
Okay, 85, you're going to do 2 buttons at once, but this one's pretty easy. All you're doing is just pressing 1 and 2 simultaneously.
Begin. Puzzle 85 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 86. Press any color to begin.
86 is a sequel to this one. So 86, you're going up the staircase by doing 2 buttons simultaneously. So you're doing 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and then 5, 1.
Puzzle 86 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 87. Press any color.
All right, here we go with tilting again. So this one, you are going to do a hold, tilt, release sequence. Now,
Discord, Nicholas Marty, text man is real. Speech to walk mediocrity. Thank you so much, guys, for the kind words. The things you sent me, Pixel, are amazing.
you're going to do a hold, tilt, release sequence. So you're going to do
Begin.
hold it, tilt it, release. Hold, tilt, release. And I think you're supposed to go up the staircase. Oh, I didn't tilt it to 6 fast enough. I think you're going up the staircase with this as well. Hold it, tilt it, release. There we go. And don't use position 5 for
Nicholas
this one.
Marty, text man is real. Speech to walk mediocrity. I wish you a great travel, Lodge.
Puzzle 88. Press any color to
Don't use position 5 for this. And actually, this puzzle is probably going to be the last time you'll ever use position 5. Unless you plan to use position 5 for some of the later tilt puzzles, which don't really have much to do with positions at all. Okay. Puzzle 88. This one, you're going to tilt to whatever position you want. I'm not really sure. You're going to rotate the unit while dark. Meaning, you're going to rotate the unit while covering the light sensor. Good luck with this one.
Jump action. Hi. Jump actions. Where of 197. Jump high.
Okay. This one, you are going to tilt the unit while dark, just like you did on puzzle 88. But you're gonna find some strategies here. So you're gonna find a strategy of a combination of 2 tilt positions while dark. And
Discord. G.9. Text man is real. Speech choose walk media.
hold on. And when you're doing the second step, make sure to uncover it and cover it again.
Jump back. Hi.
And also, don't use position 5 for that puzzle either. You can't use position 5 for puzzle 89 as well.
Jump actions. But hi. Jump actions. Where of 197. Jump high.
Okay, puzzle 90. This one, you're doing 4 buttons at once. Can you believe this? So, now there is actually a sequential solution to this. So this one, you can't just do whatever you want. So in each sequence, there's going to be a button that's not going to be pressed. Can you figure out the pattern in this sequence? You're going to start with 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. You're going to start with 5, 4, 3, 2. Then you're going to go 5, 4, 3, 1, 5, 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 1, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Based on this sequence, can you figure out a button?
Discord. Nicholas Marty. Text man is real. Speech choose walk mediocrity. Yes. If
Can you figure out which the order of the buttons that aren't being pressed? Pretty simple answer to this. Okay, 91. This one is the last tilt puzzle where you have to figure out a strategy. This one, you're gonna figure out a strategy. You're gonna figure out 5 strategies where you're doing 2 things at once,
Discord.
2 or 3 things at once. So, and actually, there are only 5. There are only 5 finite strategies. It's actually not an infinite puzzle, and it's actually not that complicating if you figure out and you know what the strategies are. So you're gonna do, and then you could do button and light, button and tilt it, light, tilt it, and then do all 3.
Jump back. Hi. Jump actions. Where of 197. Jump high.
Okay, so
Discord. Nicholas Marty. Text man is real. Speech choose walk mediocrity. I'm also fascinated by the tone generator. I am capable of play.
okay, let me mute this.
Speech muted.
Okay, 92. This one is another word puzzle. But this time you're ordering it in alphabetical order based on the last letter. So this might require you to flip the word backwards, if that's easier. And and a paper and a pencil might be handy for you. Okay. Which one would come first here? So it would be and then
93. Press any color to begin.
All right, 93 to 95 are number puzzles based on place value. Here's what I mean. This one, you don't really need a lot of tilt strategies. Just figure out comfortable tilt positions that work for you. For me, it's 2 and 6. Because all that matters is how you get to these numbers. So to do the ones numbers, you just press the button without doing anything. To do tens, you need to press the button, each of the buttons, while the light sensor is covered. And then to do the hundreds, you do tilt. You tilt it to a different position and press the button. So it's all based on place value. So to get to 71, you would cover the light sensor, do 50, and then add 2 to go to 70, or 20.
70.
And then,
72.
oh, wait, that's the wrong one. 50, 55, 56.
17, 10, 15, 17, 900, and 3.
Okay, this one. Tilt, 5,
500,
tilt again.
900, 950,
Ugh.
94,
I am losing track of numbers now.
94,
94. 50, 90, 94.
20,
That's just
20,
that.
973,
Okay, 9,
500,
900,
950, 970, 973, 779, 500, 700, 750,
oh right,
770, 775, 779, 410,
okay, 400,
400,
and then just do this.
410. Puzzle 93 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 94. Press any color to begin.
Okay, this one is pretty much a number maze, where this one actually the numbers are programmed. So each time you do this puzzle, the numbers you're supposed to do is going to be the same. But the idea behind it is the same, except for one factor. You can use the place value idea or the place value to get to your starting number, but then from there, no matter what you do, each button is going to multiply the result by 3 and then add 1. And then if you do 2 buttons, it divides the number by 2. So this actually requires a little bit of figuring out. So that's why I call it a maze. Because you're going to be given a number target, and then you have to use that concept to get to that target. Because of that, it may be helpful for you to create an input-output chart, meaning a chart where, like, you see the pattern of numbers. And also a calculator might help with this too. Because once you can figure out, like, the chart or your input and your output, you can then figure out solutions from there. And then once you have solutions, you'll be using it all the time because the numbers that you're supposed to get to is the same.
25, 50, 25, 148, 5, 16, 49, 148, 553, 20, 61, 184, 553, 70, 30, 15, 46, 23, 70, 226, 300, 150, 75, 226,
Speak unmuted. Chat act. Hi. Chat actions. Where van Riley 7. Chat hi. Speak muted.
This one, you're probably gonna need a calculator, which I definitely do. So let me pull this up. And the reason why I say you're gonna need a calculator is because it's gonna give you a multiplicative algebraic equation. And by that, I mean, it's gonna give you an equation like 3x, 4. And then you have to figure out the answer, and then you have to get to the answer by the place value logic. So doing the button for 1, light for 10, tilt for 100. It's that kind of place value logic. 16 times 9. 144. 6 times 3. 72? How do I not know that? Also, why did I tilt? 72 again. 7x. Wait, no, I think I know the answer to this. 7x, 2x, 6. 10, 14. Oh wait, what? Okay, wait. 64, 84. Oh, that's the weirdest way to get to 84. What the heck am I doing? Hold on. Yeah, I'm actually starting to lose focus. It's sometimes what happens when
Speak unmuted.
I don't usually lose focus when I'm just playing the game, but like now that I'm explaining it and trying to do it at the same time, I'm really starting to lose focus now.
Hi, L1GHT70. Hi, chat actions button. Group. Where say something. Where van Riley's chat action. Hi.
Okay, 5 more puzzles to go. 96. This one is kind of like puzzle 29 in the sense of you have to do that 5-button cycle. But here's the thing. Your starting position is in random order, meaning you're probably going to make a lot of mistakes just trying to figure out your starting position. And you have to be really perfectionate with this one because, and by the way, you're working backwards, but you have to be really perfectionate with this because if you mess it up once, you're figuring out the starting position again. So it's very easy to get a score of 9 on this puzzle. So be careful. So make sure you remember what your starting position was and then go backwards from there. Oh my gosh, I'm getting 9. 4. So my starting position here was 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going backwards. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got 9 on that one. It's very easy. If you think about this, it's actually very hard on this puzzle to get 10. Very hard. And usually if you get 10, you get it out of luck because it can take up to 10 tries just to figure out your starting position because it changes every time you mess up too. So very hard. Okay, 97. This one is what I call the calculator puzzle. Speaking of calculator, let me get out of my calculator here. So it's actually very, very easy. to get less than 10 on that puzzle because, okay, 97, it's kind of a calculator puzzle. It's going to give you a number and it's going to say equals. You're going to figure out a solution to that number based on each of the buttons and their functions. So 1 is plus, 2 is times, 3 is minus, 4 is divided by, and 5 is equals.
Begin. 25 equals 5. 5 equals 25.
And by the way,
19 equals.
you can use repeat to check your answer if you're not sure. And I would recommend doing that. If you're not sure if you got the correct answer, or if you're on the right track, use repeat. 19 equals, two.
3, 3, 1, 19 equals 19. 70 equals.
Let me think. There's no easy way to get to 35. And I don't think 70 divides by anything else. Actually, you might need a calculator for this one as well. If you're doing this puzzle for the first time, you may need a calculator to do this. But I think my general rule with this one, if I were to give advice, is figure out your friendly numbers. And if you don't know what that means, I can include that in my PKT. Figure out like a number that's easy to reach. And
Discord,
then
XQ, electronic game chat, discussion. No, he's just going for a few weeks.
and then go from there. Like figure out a number that is familiar to you, that's easy for you, and then figure out your solution from there.
70 equals.
70. Oh yeah, 70 divided by 5 is 14. Okay, that should be easy. If we do
3, 4.
and then plus
2. 5, 70 equals 70. 92 equals.
92 equals. Let's see. If we do
3, 5, 3, 2, 90
and then plus 2.
equals 92. 61 equals.
61.
4, 5, 2.
Oh wait, that's 40. Okay, I'm gonna have to try this one again.
Equals 40. 34 equals.
Let's try that one again. Or let's try this again because I actually screwed that one up.
34 equals.
Okay. If we do 3
3, 2,
and then times 3
36
minus 2.
2 equals 34.
Yeah.
20 equals.
Oh, that's just easy. That's
4,
easy.
5 equals 20. 73 equals.
Okay, 73 is prime, so there's no easy way to get here.
Discord, Nicholas Marty, text man is real. Speech choose walk mediocrity. Thank you so much.
I should be able to get to 75, I think.
Chat act, hi. Chat actions, where of Van Riley 7. Chat hi. Speech muted.
73 equals.
I should be able to get to 75. So if I do 3,
5, 3,
and then minus
2, 73 equals 73. 23 equals 5, 2, 23 equals 23. 78 equals
78 equals
4, 5, 4. 2, 78 equals 78.
Okay, made it through.
Puzzle 97 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 98. Press any color to the
Okay, we're at the last 3 puzzles. These are mazes. When it comes to mazes, there's not much for me to really explain, because, well, okay, this one is the easiest of the mazes because there are easier ways to get. How the mazes work, there's a target that you have to reach, and then there's a current position. With this one, there are easy ways to get to that current position. So this one, you can use. You're using 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 does nothing in all of these mazes. If you use 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 will bring you down. Well, 2 will bring you up a row on the chessboard, and 4 will bring you across. If you do 2 and 4 together, it'll bring you up and across. And then 1 and 3 will bring you down respectively. Will bring you down if there's a way down. The trick with this one is you have to get to the target in 7 steps. At least 7 steps. Or, I mean, at most 7 steps. So this one is pretty easy. But when you get to puzzles 99 and 100, the way you figure out mazes becomes harder, and I will explain that when we get there.
Begin. Target is 1 fixed current position is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4.
So with this one, all I have to do is go across.
1 fixed target is 7, 1 current position is 1, 1.
This one's pretty easy too. All I have to go with this target is to go up.
2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1. Target is 5, 5 current position is 1.
But with this one, I have to go up and across at the same time, which I can do with 2 and 4 simultaneously.
2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Target is 5 fixed current position is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5 fixed. Target is 7, 1 current position is 1, 1.
Oh shit.
2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1. Puzzle 98 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 99. Press any color.
Speak unmuted. Chat act. Hi. Chat actions. Where of unwanted. Say something. Edit text.
I'm just gonna check.
38%. Actually, menu. Chrome.
Okay.
Listing it. React. Say something. Edit text. Say where of unwanted 7. Chat. Hi. And 1 deep link. Run more. Hi. Chat actions. Hi.
Okay. So here is where things get tricky. This I can't really explain to you much, and there's nothing much I can tell you. This is unfortunately what the last 2 are unfortunately one of these mazes that you have to just figure out on your own. I'm sorry. I can give you a solution pathway, but I really encourage you to be creative with this because a lot of these solutions, there's multiple ways to get there. So, I really encourage you to really just figure it out. There's not much that I can really tell you. Because here's the thing. With 99 and 100, there's not... It's not like 98 where it's going to certainly bring you across a spot or up a spot. It takes you to somewhere random. And there are places where you get stuck. And so you can't go down or you can't like go up. You can't go anywhere except for maybe like back down to where you last were. So a lot of this is really, you're really going to have to figure it out, and you're really going to have to do trial and error. And fortunately, with 99 out of 100, all the targets and current positions are the same each time. So if you figure out your solutions, and you remember them, you'll be able to complete this. You'll be able to complete these puzzles pretty quickly. And the trickiest part with puzzle 99 is that the trickiest part with puzzle 99 is that your current positions are always going to be different. So it's going to be harder to figure out a solution than to figure out 100. But 100 is also hard in its own way. But I'll demonstrate this one as well.
Begin. Target is 5, 2. Current position is 1, 1.
So 5, 2 to 1, 1 is pretty self-explanatory, but then the second to fifth steps of this puzzle, your targets and your current positions are both going to be different, and that's hard.
Current position is 1, 5. Current position is 2, 5. Current position is 2, 7. Current position is 5, 7. Current position is 5, 2. Target is 3, 1. Current position is 4, 7.
Like that. Like right now, my current position is not 1, 1, which is familiar. It's 4, 7. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to get there.
Current position is 2, 7. Current position is 2, 6. Current position is 3, 6. Current position is 3, 1. Target is 2, 5. Current position is 1, 8. Current position is 4, 8. Current position is 4, 6. Current position is 8, 6. Current position is 8, 3. Current position is 2, 3. Current position is 2, 5. Target is 2, 7. Current position is 4, 5. Current position is 5, 5. Current position is 5, 3. Current position is 1, 3. Current position is 6, 3. Current position is 6, 4. Current position is 2, 4. Current position is 2, 7. Target is 6, 7. Current position is 2, 2. Current position is 7, 2. Current position is 7, 1. Current position is 5, 1. Current position is 5, 7. Current position is 6, 7. Puzzle 99 complete. Your score is 10. Puzzle 100. Press any color to the...
Okay, last puzzle. This one, again, you kind of have to figure it out, like I said. Here's the thing, though. Be careful with what solutions you figure out, because there are danger zones here. And with danger zones, some of them, you can't go anywhere. The only way you can go is back to where you were before you got to that zone. What I can tell you is that with some of these solutions, the 3 zone, meaning the 3 on the chessboard, is off limits. Do not go there, because those are potential zones that can lead to danger zones. And some of them are danger zones in itself. So be careful with danger zones. But other than that, you can find your own pathway to your solution. And I really encourage you to do that. What I'm about to show you is how I do it. And some of you might call my solutions for this one too long or too complicating. but I was able to memorize all of them, and I haven't been able to figure out an alternate pathway to this yet. I've been trying to do that the other day, but I haven't figured it out yet.
Begin. Target is 1, 3. Current position is 1, 1. Current position is 4, 1. Current position is 4, 3. Current position is 1, 3. Target is 3, 1. Current position is 1, 1.
And by the way, with this puzzle, your current positions are always 1, 1, so it's a little bit easier to figure out. 3, 1.
Current position is 4, 1. Current position is 2, 1. Current position is 5, 1. Current position is 3, 1. Target is 4, 2. Current position is 1, 1. Current position is 1, 4. Current position is 5, 4. Current position is 2, 4. Current position is 4, 4. Current position is 4, 2. Target is 5, 5. Current position is 1, 1. Current position is 1, 4. Current position is 5, 4. Current position is 2, 4. Current position is 4, 4. Current position is 4, 2. Current position is 3, 2. Current position is 5, 2. Current position is 5, 5. Target is 3, 5. Current position is 1, 1. Current position is 1, 4. Current position is 5, 4. Current position is 2, 4. Current position is 4, 4. Current position is 4, 2. Current position is 3, 2. Current position is 5, 2. Current position is 5, 5. Current position is 3, 5.
Oh,
Puzzle 100 complete. Your score is 10. Your score is 999.
999. Okay. Usually I can get 1,000 on this pretty easy. I've gotten 1,000 probably like 10 times by now. But yeah, that's pretty much all. And like a solution stream like this really takes hours and hours to make. And some of these puzzles, a lot of it is just self-explanatory. A lot of it really takes a lot of figuring out to do. Unfortunately with mazes, really there isn't an easy path to there isn't really an easy path to them. Especially when you get into complicated mazes like that one.
Chat back. Hi. Chat actions. Say something. Say something. Edit text.
So that is basically it for my stream. If you guys want me to, I'll probably do a PKT. I was initially planning to do a PKT like before I did the stream, but that kind of never happened now. But I can still do a PKT if anyone wants one. And I can also do a review of this as well. If anyone is interested. If anyone is interested in learning more about it.
Heading level 2 items. Edit end stream button. Group.
All right. So thank you guys so much for watching the stream, and I will see you guys later.
End stream and 2 more end exit stream group. Not yet. End button. Group. End stream button. Group.